Alright everyone, it is I, Jaster Valentine, and today we are going to be exploring the FNAF Security Breach Ruin entrance. Now, like all of the ruin maps, I will be going over some of the lore here, but for the most part, I'll be keeping everything to mostly focusing on the aesthetics here, while also going over the lore as well. Um, Now, unfortunately, I really do not have any of the original entrance to compare it to. Unfortunately, because no one has uploaded the security breach entrance, or rather, no one has really ported it over to VRChat quite the way that which, yeah, that's a little unfortunate. Oh my God, Vixen, what is wrong with you? But yeah, no one has ever really ported over to has ever really ported over the original security breach entrance to VR chat before. Not really sure why not, because they poured like all the other parts of security breach over just fine, just not the entrance. Though if Vixen's weird behavior on this map is anything to go by, I think it might be so related to that. Plus, some of these maps just do not act right with my PC. I don't really know why the fuck that is, but yeah, my PC just doesn't fucking like them for whatever reason. Either that or my PC's just entering its last stages of grumpiness. I mean, my hard drive has been doing weird shit too, but yeah. But yeah, for whatever bizarre reason, I pretty much have to, go off of what I know about the entrance and what I've seen on gameplay videos of Security Breach to compare it instead. Which, yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the ass. But yeah, so the entrance is where the game all starts. It is where Cassie finds her way into the now rundown, now basically destroyed Pizzaplex that was, of course, destroyed a few years before the events of Ruin, during the big ass fight in the underground pizzeria, which caused a massive earthquake that caused it to all collapse in and caused the place to be, well, at first under renovation, or rather, at least tried to be repaired, but then later just shut down and abandoned altogether because of some unexplained lore reasons. It gets very flaky when you actually go into it, like I am going to here. And yeah, I'm also going to be talking a bit about some of the shit that happened, or rather that VRChat had announced recently in terms of like announcements and all that. But specifically the anti-ripping stuff, because yeah, I can already tell you right now that just don't get your hopes up too far and don't hold your breath, and I'll explain more in a minute as to why that is. But yeah, for now, let's get into this and let's actually do this here, and let's get started on our Security Breach Ruin entrance adventure. So as you can just see, from these newspaper clippings all around here, the Pizzaplex, or rather the fall of the Pizzaplex was no, it was no, it was not, like a very secluded or very small event in the world. Like it made worldwide news. Um, the class of Pizzaplex and everything in it just made a worldwide splash, as you can see here, and they said they were going to repair it. However, as you'll quickly find, yeah, something has gone terribly wrong with that. let's just say that the workers found a lot more than they were bargaining for, not just in damage, but in some real riches, especially the mimic and animatronics. And eventually, because of that, they just had to abandon the repair plans altogether. And that brings us where we are today, with the Pizzaplex still in shambles, and Cassidy finding her way in because of somebody who was supposedly Gregory telling her that he was trapped in the Pizzaplex. More as to how they totally fucked this up later, and more as to how they absolutely just as how the story is just not that good at all later. But yeah, that's pretty much the synopsis of everything. Now, aesthetic-wise, what can I say about this place? Well, to be honest, it mostly just, well, it's just, a really flashy entrance, or was a really flashy entrance at one time, but now it is just a shell of its former self, and very representative of the rest of the Pizzaplex as a whole now. I mean, you got just big craters everywhere from the shockwaves of the battle underneath the Pizzaplex of the underground pizzeria. You got entire sections of the roof coming down. You got carts everywhere, construction equipment, all that shit. And it's just a very, just, it's just a very sad state, or rather a very sombering state here because, this used to be a huge, like, this used to be a very busy entry hall full of thousands of people every single day coming in and enjoying the sights and sounds of the Pizzaplex. But now it's just a former shell of itself. And one thing I do want to say right here is that I really really love um just how they did like the lighting and shit and just all that. It just looks very very beautiful. And even poured over to Unity, they still managed to hold on to a lot of that beauty and to a lot of that just detail lighting that just looks very just phenomenal. It really just adds on to the atmosphere of this entire area right here very very well. Um, what the fuck? Okay, that was weird. Unfortunately, we cannot go back up that ladder. That's a bit of an oversight on the person who ripped this map and ported it to VRChat. But if we could, then we could see that that unlike what a lot of earlier people thought, the Pizzaplex is actually very very secluded and very far away from a lot of nearby cities and a lot of nearby structures as a whole. Um, and because of that, that really just it brings us to a little bit of a plot hole later on. Um, but yeah, it's very evident that it ran off its own power source and tons of our shit just from that alone. And there's the signs that were once lit up proudly, but now are just there staring emptily into the once thriving Pizzaplex. So yeah, overall, really, so what can I say about the main entryway? Well, all I can say is that, as you can see here, it's very obvious that some shit definitely went down here. Like there, like I want to say that workers were attacked by something, but normally wood would not be ripped apart, and entire guardrails would not have fallen over unless they were attacked by something. So it's obvious that, and, this really holds up and supports my bigger theory regarding why the Pizza was banned for so long, that the workers found something they shouldn't have, and that whatever it was attacked them, and because of that, they just had to, abandon the construction work altogether and not continue on it whatsoever, and just leave this place to be forgotten, and just abandon it altogether, and just leave everything behind. That's probably why is missing guardrail up there, as well as other things like the obvious solid placement of various carts and a lot of other things as well. Like, it's very indicative that something did indeed happen here, and that yeah, they had to either just shut down altogether or recreate the Pizzaplex in a new location. Which, to be honest, with how much Fazbear lost here, I don't think they would just leave it all behind. I think they recreated it somewhere, and we're eventually going to see that in a later on DLC. Not sure when that's coming out, but it probably will come eventually. So, yes. And this really symbolic, or rather, yeah, this was once a statue of Glamrock Freddy, but now, as you can see, it has been completely toppled. Which really is kind of symbolic of the game overall, It's basically just symbolizing how, the Pizzaplex, it's over. Everything's been abandoned for a very long time, and it's not come back. No matter what anyone does. And, as such, you should just basically just, as such, even if Cassidy did manage to save all the animatronics, she wouldn't, bring anything back. It would all be, it'll all be still fucking ruined and forgotten, even then. So, yeah. I miss Fizzy Faz. Love. Rest in pizza. Okay, I love that. Okay. That's fucking awesome. And Paramex will be back soon. But unfortunately, they never were back, because again, either they found out something that they shouldn't have, or, something else happened that resulted in many workers dying or disappearing. And one thing I will note is that if you check some of this graffiti, you'll notice that people knew that there was some kind of danger in here. That something had been attacking people left and right, and that because of that, you really shouldn't go in alone, or just shouldn't go in at all. And this is definitely indicative of, or end graffiti like, don't go in alone, which seems to be a warning to anyone who sets foot on the Pizzaplex, or manages to get in somehow, and danger, which again, though it does seem stylized, is probably a warning, indicating that, a lot of people knew that, there was something very, very wrong here, and that, even though it did seem safe up front here, the further back you go, the more and more fucked up things start to get. Oh yeah, and real quick before we continue, I did get most of Randomized's systems working again. I got all the toggles figured out, or most of them anyway. I got the Booba Slayer figured out because every render needs a Booba Slayer. And yeah, I fixed up the fizz bones. Apparently, you only need one fizz bone per like bone base or transform base, and it will just automatically detect all your transforms parented to it. And yeah, you don't need multiple fizz bones at once, which is nice. But yeah, I did manage to at least fix everything up. Now I do still have to figure out what's up with the shader on the hair and why it's glitches and artifacts in certain worlds. And number two, I also have to figure out the sleeves and a bunch of other toggles. But for the most part, I pretty much figured everything out. And it's as good as I'm gonna get, at least for now. So yeah. And yeah. And also I am working on some other avatars as well. The thing is, those avatars are not gonna be ready yet, so don't expect them to come out anytime soon. But when they do, it's gonna be oh boy, you guys are gonna be quite you're gonna be in for a treat. Let's just say that much. And right here again, we do see another indication that people did know the danger here. And that is with this graffiti, I spent the night here and lived. So obviously, some people tried it and they didn't live. Or something else went wrong. And it caused people to be very, very nervous whenever they go in here. And here is here's the gift shop, or the upper levels of the gift shop. Ah, Crimson wants to join. You better not crash my stream. Fuck, did I turn on my, nope. Currently. I'm also going to, by the way, guys, I'm also going to, hold on the, just chatting screen a little longer because I do not know what Abby, Crimson is wearing. So I am a little bit nervous of that. Now another person wants to join. Well, I suppose you guys are in for a treat right now. Oh no, it's just normal Abby. Oh, we're good.
Oh, shit.
What?
Boy, why did you put a lucky area? What the hell?
I was
What
streaming
is this
this
door
world.
anyway? What is this world?
It's the Security Breach Ruin entrance. It's the Pizzaplex entrance from Ruin.
You mean after the whole
Yeah.
Okay, so after it got destroyed?
Yep.
After the whole fire
Yeah.
break and all that shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, that was the gift shop. Lagging me so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Everyone's Abbies are loading in at once. Also, there's something up with my PC right now. What is up with my PC? What are you doing, Vixen? There you guys go. Alright.
Hey Chris, if you
What?
were a demon, this would be how you actually would have.
If it'll load in. Oh boy. So this is what the joint looks like after the
Yeah.
reconstruction.
Here's the gift shop. This is where the last game Gregory had to go and, basically hack his way
Destroy.
back into yeah.
God damn. Oh boy. What the? Oh. Wait. Spend the night here
And lived.
and.
Yeah, a lot of people knew that there was some great danger going on here. And by the way, that AJ, or Fizz as he's now called, oh my god! He just warped in his really big Abby that plays fucking Ain't No Mountain Higher. He wants to get me banned, doesn't he? I'm sorry the stream is so scuffed. It's just that a lot of people join me and want to talk to me, and in fact need to talk to me. But yeah, I have to stream this. God fucking damn it. Alright. Tuesday's stream is gonna be a lot better than this. Danger high voltage keep out. So obviously, people knew that so obviously they were trying to keep people out or keep the animatronics. Ah! Yeah.
What was that yell for?
Seeing
Did you?
AJ Zavi.
Well, duh. It fits well with the theme here.
But yeah, AJ or Fizz is for those who don't know, he is an arrogant rich kid. Just ignore him. And I don't particularly like him. The only reason I hang out with him is because he's a friend of quite a few people. Spring, Crimson, and a few others. Ah, the free mystery prize. Oh, Mr. Hippo Magnet? Ah, damn it. But yeah, that is where he did get the said Mr. Hippo Magnet. And then immediately used it to glitch an ATM, or Gregory did. Um, right down here, you'll see the underground parking. Because again, the Pizzaplex was very, it was very, how do I say this? Very far away from a lot of other areas, and it was very big and secluded area, away from pretty much most of civilization altogether. So yeah, pretty much all the parking was on spot, or was on site rather. And here is where the admission booth was. When the Pizza Plus was full up and running, of course this would be open. It would be where you would sign in, get your tickets and whatever, and then go right into the go right in and enjoy yourself. Here's the entry passes. However, hey Elliot, how you doing?
Hey, Broken, up here above you.
Yeah?
I'm Spider-Manning.
I did not know you could do this in this map.
There's a toggle that they toggled it to where you can climb shit.
Holy shit!
Oh, this whole
That's actually really cool.
it's up. It's literally right up here where these two walkie-talkies are that look like
Yeah, Roxanne, Freddy.
Freddy
Yeah,
and Roxanne.
yeah.
One of them is the collider. One of them is the collider toggle that allows you to climb and all that shit. And then there's
Yeah. That is so cool, though, and really makes me like this place even more. I already liked it just because there's just very good recreation of the entrance from Security Breach.
just give him some.
Right here, you can really see the extent of the damage. Entire sections of floor have collapsed. We have entire pipes and wires to be exposed, and lots of other shit. Now, this is where you feel I should address the anti-ripping thing. My only thing I would say is don't hold your breath. Like, here's the thing. VRChat, right now, they're under a lot of pressure from avatar designers to, like, implement some kind of anti-ripping system. Like, lots of Abby designers are getting affected by a problem and are really pressuring them to do it right now. But the bad news is that they have tried this numerous times before. And and unfortunately, um, I, I'm still streaming. And that's related. Related is clingy as fuck. But yeah, um, there's a lot of panic going around about asset ripping. Very understandable panic. And so yeah, like I get why they want to do this, but at the same time, there is some things that I do need to talk about, and that is that they're probably not gonna go through it because here's the big thing. Here's the big not so pleasant thing about hey Sarah, how you doing? having a really scuffed stream because a lot of people came here and started changing Abbies, and everything lagged because of it, but I'm doing alright. But yeah, overall, my big my big thing would be, don't hold your breath, only because the uh the big the big banger here, the big not so nice thing here is that number one, um to implement the blockchain based shit that they are talking about doing right now would require an entire database rewrite. Like, it would require the entire old database to get abandoned altogether, causing numerous people to lose their avatars, their hard-earned abbies, in a lot of cases even, and forcing them to re-upload and redo everything because of that. And number two, the other option that they've been talking about and have tried in the past, the AI algorithm-based one, has led to a mass banning crisis in some cases where a massive ban wave will happen and then they'll have to literally undo all that and reinstate people's accounts because of what happened and because lots of people were mass banned with no warning or no violation whatsoever. So yeah, it's just been a real whenever they say it, I instantly get very skeptical. I don't think they're actually going to go through with it. I mean, if they did, I'd be pleasantly surprised. But to be honest, I don't think they're going to. Not right now, anyways. Oh no, your outfit's fine. I'm streaming right now. Also, this is Gargoth Rex. They're cute. Don't say it to their face, though. Hey, Sarah! How you doing?
Hi. I said you're streaming.
Yep. I was having some tech issues earlier because AJ joined and kept changing his fucking Avi. And also my PC was doing weird shit earlier too. But it seems to have worked whatever it is out of his system now. Rest in pizza. He was our superstar. Sorry, I had to do the voice. You know me. And yeah, this world even has a little mirror here. There's graffiti everywhere. There's, the usual abandoned building look you'll expect. And nope. And I did want to actually, get this or take this time to get to why I don't like Security Breach Ruin in general, and my big problems with it, which are all from a lore standpoint, in fact, because, I care very deeply about lore. Like, I know gameplay is important, and objectively, the gameplay in Ruin is very good, but the lore is just. It's. Where even begin? So, first up, the, the really big issue is that they start off by seemingly saying, hey, Gregory invited you, you have to go save him. But then later on, they just completely just go back on that and make the entire thing pointless by instead having the mimic do it. And really, the big issue all comes down to, well, one, the mimic, and two, just just the logical inconsistencies throughout it. But first, let's start with the big issue, the mimic. The mimic is my number one issue with the entire fucking game. And that is for several reasons. You know, number one, though he is given a very flimsy explanation as to why he exists, for the most part, he's just completely unexplained. And his existence, it just doesn't. Oh, Jesus Christ. Everyone's joining. Uh, I guess we're getting introduced to the entire crew today. This is Henry Zeminoff. Hey Henry, how you doing? And that over there is Megaloid. They're both good friends of mine. Henry's very interesting and mysterious, and Megaloid is, well, Megaloid.
I feel like we're gonna go winless. Since the early years.
But yeah, I'm a big.
I need to check the scores.
But yeah, my number one big issue with the Mimic. Uh, I am getting sidetracked a lot today. I am so sorry about that. Lots of people just popping in and out. But yeah, the big issue with the Mimic has to be, one, his explanation is shy at best. And two, he kind of really just cheapens the entire fucking story. And really just ends up retconning so much from even the original game. Because the original game, Burn Trap was outright stated to be William Afton at first. But now they changed it to, Burn Trap and Glitch Trap being instead this mysterious mimic guy who has a very unknown and shady past and was apparently developed by someone to mimic their dead child or whatever. Yeah, it gets very weird. Like the explanation for him it's just, yeah, I don't know. Especially because, again, he was allegedly developed during, it was allegedly developed during 1988 at Fazbear Entertainment's, well, just after their peak. And as you know, in the 80s, computer technology was not that advanced, kids. Unless, Fazbear's or where FNAF is doing the classic accelerated tech timeline bullshit that a lot of series do. Which I will admit, in a lot of series it works, but in FNAF, it's just weird. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. But yeah, that is my big issue with the Mimic overall.
You alright?
Yeah, I was given a rundown. It's my issues with Ruin as a whole.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, those are my two big issues with the Mimic. Um, there's also lots of issues regarding the fact that the ending was just very just unrewarding, I guess. Like instead of saving Gregory, you're just unearthing this big, even worse monster. Like in my ideal ruin, what you would have done is you would have gone all the way down to the underground pizzeria. Then you would have, have final boss fight where you have to beat Afton's ass again, and then you would have saved Gregory, not, unearthed a dark secret and all that. I guess that's my real big issue with Ruin. There's also a bunch of smaller logical issues, like how the fuck Roxanne got down there so quickly. Um, like that is never explained, or rather, how Roxanne seemed to just teleport down to the underground pizzeria. That is never explained. Um, how the shit they did to Freddy and making him evil. Uh, when he was, supposed to be this pure-hearted bear in the original Security Breach. That was another big issue I had. And really the creme de la creme of these issues, or one of them, is just how is the power still running? Like I know that's a little bit of a nitpick, but is really important to explain because here's the thing.
Found a flashlight.
Because here's the thing, as a massive complex that is far away from a lot of nearby towns and shit, Pizzaplex runs off of its own power source, a central nuclear fusion reactor. So the big issue is how is the power still running without the reactor melting down? And I know that a lot of writers don't really dive into small lore details like that, so I'm not going to hit on them too hard for that. But it is a question. So yeah, overall, when it comes to why I don't like Ruin, it all has to come down to the Mimic. The Mimic is the big thing that really killed it for me. There he is. He was our superstar. Now, one last area we do have to check out though is the entry elevator. This is actually where Cassie actually gets into the rest of the which, yeah, I know is confusing. Cassie and and the protagonist from well, my friend Cassie and the protagonist from Ruin sharing the same name is really fucking confusing. But yeah, this is where she would climb up and then get to the vent that would lead right to the daycare, I believe. Well, actually, no. It will lead to Monty Golf first, and that's where she finds the mask. And then it will lead to the daycare after she's done with Monty Golf. But yeah, overall, and while it just like the rest of the facility, it also shows lots of damage. For one thing, the elevator is not even there, or if it is probably stuck on the top floor while the maintenance crew tried to repair it. And number two, it also has some of the billboards, lots of graffiti and other shit as well. AKA, not too different from the rest of this entrance here. And that I do and that I will say is a very nice little detail. this entire place is just very detailed and just very, very well done. And that's more on Steel Wool's end than on the Porter's end. The person who ripped this and poured it just they just basically converted to Unity and allowed us on VRChat to explore it. But no, the real people pulled all this shit off is Steel Wool themselves. In all honesty, I think they done a pretty damn good job at doing that. I think that's a little
What's the backstory of all this?
popcorn machine. You missed it earlier, but to put it straight, this game takes place in 2036, 2 years after the original security breach. And yeah, what happened is that after all the shit happened in security breach and the entire place came down, um, repair crews were sent in to try and scavenge what they can or try to salvage it somehow. And unfortunately, they unearthed, the mimic, and so they all escaped and activated the Max's security system to try to keep people from getting inside. All while supposedly rebuilding, or at least building a newer complex somewhere else. Yeah, the lore gets very, very super robot-y very quick. And yeah, it's just really hard to explain. So yeah, overall, what I think of this map, aesthetically, it is a really good map. I really enjoy it. It is one of the top tier uh, FNAF maps on VRChat, both in terms of overall graphical fidelity and in terms of just how it looks. Like the textures, though they are scaled down for Unity, because if not, then Unity would just throw tons of errors everywhere. Uh, Still look really fantastic, and it just looks like a ruined entrance should, and that is what I could definitely say here. Now, as for optimization wise, well, if you heard anything from Crimson earlier, then you'll know that yeah, it could be a little laggy at times. But it was nice that he popped in earlier, even if AJ also popped in too. Oh god, I fucking hate that guy. And so yeah, it was nice that they at least popped in, even if this map is just unoptimized as fuck. Uh, and gameplay wise, and level design wise, that's more on Steel Wool's end, but they did offer some nice quality of life. Like you can climb on shit in multiple places, as shown again by Crimson, and you know there is a large mirror where I could inspect multiple abbeys and do tons of shit like that. But other than that, it all comes down to Steel Wool, and I think they did a nice job too, to be honest. And I think overall it's just a really, really good experience. So, what do I think overall score wise? 9.4 out of 10. Uh, it's really not for questies. It really benefits if you have a PC. But if you do, then you're in for a treat. This is a really good, hangout experience. I wouldn't say it's for large parties, but I would say that, it's at least for, small gatherings. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would recommend it for, as far as that goes. Now, oh god, he's back. Uh, now, um, what will I be doing, over the next few, over the, over, this week? Because I actually have some plans. So, tomorrow, no stream. I'm gonna be working on Abby's and working on a bunch of art shit, and also working on, my overlays some more. So, no stream tomorrow. Then Tuesday, I will, either do another Unity expose because, oh boy, Unity has dug themselves even deeper into a hole. And yeah, I gotta talk about that, of course. And then Wednesday, no stream because that's my short day, and with my current hours, since half of 1.0.5, or half an hour would be like 30 minutes. Yeah, just no most of the time with that one. And then, uh, and then on Thursday is when I'm gonna do test pilots stream. Hopefully my computer's up to it because yeah, the list of what my computer can handle is ever shrinking as it just rapidly ages, just simply due to the amount of stress I put on it all the time. And yeah, as the amount of shit that I can actually do with this thing just continues to just decrease. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much my plan. I hope that my PC could actually, hold itself up and it doesn't, fucking die or just basically just is actually able to stream the game in the first place or stream the world in the first place in this case. So yeah. And also, one more thing before we go. Uh, oh yeah. Sarah Dynamite's birthday, for any of those who don't know, is September 21st. And on that day, I will not be streaming. Instead, Sarah will be streaming for us, and I will be on the stream, but I won't be streaming it myself, only because there will be a lot of people there, and any more than a certain amount, and I get very wary of streaming. Oh, yeah, the stream will actually be on the 22nd. That's right. I am a dumbass. But yeah, the stream will actually be on the 22nd of September. And again, all I said earlier holds true though. September 22nd, I will be there, but I won't be streaming myself. Only because, again, my PC can't really handle it. And it just... a lot of shit just goes wrong whenever I try to stream large events most of the time. And also, the official, big re-debut will be, anytime I could either get a custom Abby, suitable for being my new mainstream one, right, or anytime I actually get the Revenger I want. Though, to be honest, the former is more likely to happen only because, my budget, and the fact that I basically just literally have nothing half the time in terms of as far as budget goes. So yeah. Um so yeah, in other words, it's all dependent on when I could get an actual an actual new main Abbey Ray to surpass my old Rendo, which I don't even use on stream anymore. Now, most of the time, I either use my Red God Runner now, or I use a little Midas here. And also, of course, one more thing, I do have the Salem mostly working now. At least as far as facial expressions go. I will still have to, do the toggles and all that, but that shouldn't take long at all. I mean, I've gotten them down to the point where I could just do all the toggles in an entire day, potentially, so yeah, it shouldn't be that bad. As far as, Abby shit's concerned. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this stream. I don't really have too much to say. I mean, I already covered all the timings and shit. Tomorrow's gonna be no stream. Then, uh, Tuesday will be the next stream, and that will be another rant on Unity because, oh boy, I've been covering the fucking situation with Unity, and it's gotten so much fucking worse. Let's just say, like, holy shit, where do I even begin? Like, they literally want to kill their game engine, and though VRChat has announced, that they're not going anywhere, I'm not so sure with this recent update from Unity. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I gotta get going. I can't stay forever. You pretty much know the drill. Thank you all for watching this wonderful stream here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, night, week, whatever. And I will see you all on Tuesday. For my next big Unity expose stream, because there's lots of shit to talk about. So yeah. Good night, everyone. Stay classy, everyone, and good night. And I'll see you all on Tuesday for the big next saga in my Unity expose and talks series. So yeah, see you there, everyone.